It represents who we are nowadays, our taste, what we want to express with our music, with our lyrics. And we like it overall. We like every single song. We like the artwork. We put a lot of thoughts and heart into it. So we're very, very happy. And, seeing the reactions, the feedback, we did it right because everybody seems liking it. I think that the emotion comes out because we are talking about stuff that we are involved with. That happens with every record. I mean, we couldn't be writing if we weren't living like real life experiences. So going on tour, meeting people, hearing stories, this all stays with you, and then it's possible to incorporate it in your music. Most of all, the realization that we saw it all. I mean, we were alive when we had floppy disks and real phones. And now it's all digital. Everything is so fast. The fruition of everything, including music, it's so fast. And how we changed as human beings as well. It's not a criticism to society, but it's like a reflection on how things changed and how sometimes potentially dangerous could technology and everything around us could be. There's so much more involved. Now you have to create content, you have to interact with your fans, which is a great thing, but they expect an answer in real time. And you're like, I only have 2 hands. I have a life as well. I'm doing things. I can't reply. I try to. I mean, I am part of the Sleepless Empire. I mean, it's a world in which we have the feeling that we have to be productive all the times and do stuff all the times, and we are afraid that if we don't do something public, we disappear. We're gonna, not be interesting anymore, or nobody will ever search for us again if we're not present. I am lucky because I grew up in a completely different environment, so at least I can see the two faces of the coin, and I can realize that real life is way more important, because everything we have digitally, it's so fragile that can crash from one second to another, but real life will always be out there. Like concerts, meeting friends, going out for dinner together will always be part of my life. Even if I enjoy to create content, I enjoy to interact with my fans, I enjoy Twitch, I enjoy posting stuff on Instagram, I know that there will always be space for real life. But sometimes I'm wondering, like, for whoever was born with a smartphone in their hands, before that day, once you put a little dot on the calendar. So for me as a singer, that's the most stressful part, because I know that I have to be in shape maybe in that week that I can record my vocals, and that stresses me out. I have to say that recording is the least favorite part of a record process. But in terms of like pressure on the songs, I think that we figure out the fact that we can have periods in which we're not creative at all, but we know that there is something that kind of makes us click, and from there we're very productive. So we don't worry anymore. We're kind of like, okay, the inspiration will come. We don't have to stress it. When we are in the studio, where we always like bring all the stuff, as soon as Maki, our bass player, who's also the internal producer of the record, every time we record something that we like, we start giggling, literally just like, oh, wow, this is so what? We go, this sounds so good. And maybe we change our mind the day after, because we're always like aiming to the perfect thing to do, which is hard to get because we are always changing things, but we keep what we really like. When there is a, when we act like this, it means that there is something cool going on. For us, music, it's like an artistic representation. It has to be something you enjoy, not fun. Because sometimes, the joy of some of our songs is given by the fact that it makes them feel very anxious somehow. But that means that we are provoking a feeling in someone and in ourselves. And for us, that's the goal.
Yeah, it is.
Whenever we feel something special, that means that we're going the right way. We don't want to give a message. I mean, we don't uh, write to tell people what to do. The only advice I can give them is just to try to take 45 minutes, 1 hour out of one day and just like to hear the whole album from the first track to the last one, because we are still lovers of full records. I love to put out songs, here and there, because that's how things are working right now. But I am still in love with the way I was feeling when I was waiting for a new record of my favorite artist. I still miss that, waiting. I was patiently waiting for the day to arrive in which, oh my God, the song is coming out and I hear them for the very first time. And maybe there are some that I don't like, but they will grow on me
Yeah.
because I will listen to them many, many times. So this is something that I really miss from the past, because now everything is so fast. Everything is just like you sometimes don't even give the chance to an artist, even a new artist, to kind of get to you, and you skip and you move on, and this makes me sad. But there is no message behind it. It's probably an invitation of keep the balance in everything. Balance is always recommended in life, in everything you do. Even the most healthier things can be dangerous if overdone. Enjoy the creation of your content, but don't forget that there is a real world out there that is waiting for you. And if the digital world is very fragile and can be stopped easily, the
Yeah.
real world is out there and needs you. I don't have one favorite, but one that I really love is Gravity, for sure.
Ooh, me
I
too.
just like the vibe. I don't
Yeah.
know. It makes me, it, can I say it makes me happily sad? This part, it's kind of like, wait, it's making me cry. This is great. And I think that it's very relatable. No, not only to me, but I think to many people when I say, the center of my gravity is shattered and I've lost the balance, can
Yeah.
find the balance that I've lost. I think that it's a common thing. Sometimes we just feel lost in a bubble and we don't know what to do. We're just like
Yeah.
floating. We don't see any way out. I really hope that everyone will give a chance to this record. They will watch our videos, because I think that they're really cool. I think that we pushed. That I think that we did one step forward in videos, pushing the boundaries, experimenting more, even in acting. I mean, in the last record, I experimented acting underwater. In this one, we've been tied up, to be suspended. The listener will give a chance to this record, because I think that it's a beautiful record in my opinion. But obviously, that comes from me. I mean, we like both sides because we have the luxury to be touring with our second family. So when we come back home, of course, it's great because you go back to your house and your bathroom and your shower, your bed, your loved ones,
Yeah.
most of all, that you can't really bring with you every time. But we love what we do.